If you look at F1 today, it feels like the most advanced sport on earth. Carbon fiber cars, hybrid engines, millions of data points every single second. But it didn't start like that, not even close. In fact, the first official Formula One championship happened in 1950, 35 years before Back to the Future happened. And those cars, they looked more like metal bathtubs with wheels. No seatbelts, no real safety, and definitely no computers. Just an engine, a steering wheel, and a very brave and sometimes stupid driver. Yep, even sometimes drivers can get flung out of their seats. That's how bad it was before. And here's the crazy part. The biggest problem was survival. Drivers raced on public roads, trees right next to the track, no barriers, no runoff areas. If something went wrong, you just don't make it. So, early F1 wasn't about engineering perfection, it was about courage. But then something changed. Engineers started asking a simple question: what if we could control the air? And that's when aero got invented. This is where things get really interesting, because at first cars were only designed to go forward, more power, more speed. Simple. But then they discovered something invisible. And also before that, are you tired of your engine being in the front? Well, improve your engine today by moving it to the back. Mid-engine designs coming to a paddock near you. But then they discovered something invisible: aerodynamics. Air isn't empty, it pushes, it resists, and if you shape the car correctly, it can actually push the car down. And this is how wings appeared in F1 cars. Not flying, but for sticking to the ground. By the 1970s, teams discovered something even more powerful: ground effect. Instead of just pushing air all over the car, they shaped the bottom of the car to suck it down, like a vacuum. Imagine driving a car that literally is being pushed toward the track. That's how F1 cars suddenly become much faster. But there was a problem. The faster the cars became, the more dangerous they became too. And this led to one of the biggest turning points in F1 history. Why do I look like I have a big head? Safety. Because for a long time, safety wasn't really a priority until drivers started demanding change and tragedies forced the sport to evolve. For example, the 1955 Le Mans. Yes, that was... Anyway, so over time, F1 introduced things that feel normal. For example, in 2018, and one of the most important inventions ever, the halo. It's that curved bar above the driver's head. At first, people didn't like it, didn't like how it looked, but today, it has already saved probably 500 lives. Also, another example is Guan Yu Zhou, when he got stuck between the barriers and the fence in his car. And guess what he was? Claustrophobic. Now, let's jump to something more modern. Engines. Oh, Stroll is engines. Early F1 engines were simple, big, loud, powerful. But today, F1 engines are closer to power plants. Electrical power plants. Yeah, modern F1 cars use hybrid systems. That means they recover energy while driving. And when the driver brakes, energy is captured, stored, and then reused for extra speed. So the car is constantly recycling on its own power. It's like having a car that charges itself while racing at 300 kilometers per hour. And this brings us to something most people didn't notice. Modern F1 is just fast. It's efficient, which sounds strange because when you think race car, you don't think efficiency. When you think race car, you think fast. But in F1, every drop of fuel matters. Every bit of energy matters. If you're underweight or overweight, doesn't count. Your win doesn't count. Because the real challenge isn't just, can you go fast? Yes, they can go fast. It's, can you go as fast for an entire race without running out of performance? Drivers are managing tires, energy, temperature, fuel, strategy, all at the same time. So when you watch F1 race, you're not just watching speed, you're watching physics, engineering, human decision making, all happening together. And this is what makes Formula One so unique. It started as something raw, dangerous, uncontrolled. Like a time machine. You can mess up the timeline by just kicking the wrong rock. And over time, it became one of the most advanced competitions in the world. The pinnacle of motorsport, guys! Not even Le Mans can beat that. Le Mans! Not by accident, but by solving one problem after another. How to go faster, how to stay in control, how to survive. So the next time you watch F1, you see a car smoothly flying down a corner or smoothly flying into the barriers. That speed didn't just happen. It was built over decades, ideas, mistakes, and breakthroughs. And even now, F1 is still evolving. Because the question never changes. How can we go even faster? I'm the Mini Comet Teacher Chris. I'm about to hit the DRS zone